Is K. Michelle reaching, or is everybody just uncomfortable with the truth? Every time K. Michelle opens her mouth, the internet starts acting like somebody pulled the fire alarm in a church basement. Baby, the people get nervous. Now whether she's talking about the music industry, plastic surgery, dating, reality TV, black women being mistreated, or exposing behind-the-scenes mess in entertainment, one thing about K. Michelle, she's going to say what she feels. Loudly, passionately, emotionally, and sometimes with enough frustration to make viewers clutch their invisible pearls and scream. Girl, you reaching, but the real question is she actually reaching, or is she simply saying the part out loud everybody else whispers in group chats? Because let's be honest here. The internet loves honesty, until the honesty gets uncomfortable. And K. Michelle has built an entire career off making people uncomfortable. The problem with being too real. One thing people forget about K. Michelle is that she came into the spotlight during the golden era of messy reality television. Back when people on shows weren't media-trained robots with fake storylines and rehearsed confessionals. She cried, she yelled, she overshared, she crashed out on camera. She sang from pain, she dragged people, and somehow still had one of the strongest voices on television. That combination made people label her as dramatic, bitter, emotional, angry, doing too much. But here's the thing, sometimes people call women dramatic, simply because they refuse to suffer quietly. And that's the conversation folks don't wanna have. K. Michelle has always been ahead of conversations. Remember when she talked openly about the dangers of plastic surgery complications before everybody else started doing documentaries and confessionals about it? People laughed. Now suddenly every celebrity is dissolving fillers, removing implants, talking about health complications, discussing body image pressure. Interesting. Remember when she talked about how the music industry manipulates artists emotionally and financially? People said she was bitter. Now every week another artist is exposing bad contracts, fake friendships, label pressure, mental exhaustion, exploitation. Again, interesting. Sometimes what looks like reaching is really somebody speaking too early. And audiences hate early truth tellers because early truth sounds messy before it sounds prophetic. But let's be fair, sometimes K. Michelle does push it. Now listen, we not gon' sit up here and act like every single rant lands perfectly. Sometimes K. Michelle gets so emotionally invested in a point that the delivery overshadows the message. And social media is not forgiving when your delivery gets chaotic. One extra sentence, one emotional interview, one Instagram live, and suddenly the entire internet forgets your original point and focuses on the performance instead. That's the danger of being highly expressive online. People stop hearing the pain and start grading the presentation. And unfortunately for K. Michelle, she often speaks from emotion first and strategy second, which makes her relatable, but also easy to mock. Reality TV did a number on public perception. Another thing people don't discuss enough. Reality television can trap people in one personality forever. Some viewers still see K. Michelle as the same woman from early reality TV days. Arguing in clubs, exposing men, throwing shade, crying over relationships, clapping back every episode. Meanwhile she's evolved through health battles, career changes, country music ambitions, surgeries, heartbreak, reinvention. But audiences rarely allow reality stars to evolve publicly. Especially black women. People want them entertaining, but not emotional. Messy, but not hurt. Honest, but not too honest. That's a very impossible box to live in. The internet loves authenticity until it gets loud. Social media constantly says, we want real people. Then when somebody is actually real, emotional, flawed, frustrated, messy, transparent, and imperfect, everybody suddenly becomes a public relations expert. Now suddenly people want polished statements, quiet breakdowns, elegant pain, filtered honesty. Baby, pain ain't always elegant. Sometimes people process things loudly. And K. Michelle has never been a quiet processor. So, is she reaching? Honestly, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes she's absolutely making valid points that people dismiss because they dislike her delivery. Other times she leans so hard into emotion that it weakens what she's trying to say. But one thing I will say, K. Michelle has been more honest than a lot of people in entertainment who smile in interviews while secretly miserable behind the scenes. And whether people agree with her or not, she keeps the conversation going. In an era full of fake branding, rehearsed personalities, and copy and paste influencers, there's something oddly refreshing about somebody willing to say, you know what? This bothered me, even if the delivery comes with smoke, tears, and a 3-part Instagram rant. Chili, because at least you know it's real.